Give me a minute and let's talk about what we all know. Now, when I say we all know, I mean the people that follow this channel, because we tend to believe, if you follow this channel, you tend to believe, as I do, that the West has been under attack by the Russians for 20 years in a disinformation war of grand proportions. And we are only just waking up to it and to the reality of its corrosive influence on our political discourse. Well, we may have some real evidence of this program now. Now, we know that the Russians spend about $1.9 billion a year on Western disinformation campaigns. We know that already. We know that they have what they call their foreign policy concept document, which I won't even read to you what it actually says because it is such a load of bullshit. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Because the last one published March 31st of 2023, according to the Washington Post, they have secured a top secret addendum for eyes only to that document, dated April 11th, 2023, about 2 weeks after the public-facing foreign policy concept document was published. This addendum speaks in the strongest terms to how to target and destabilize the West based on internal politics, how to amplify divisions around abortion concerns, for example, how to amplify divisions around the treatment of our vets, for example, how to set the citizens of the United States against the citizens of the United States. That's what it's about. Now, for those of us who were banned from our parents' house because we told our fathers at Thanksgiving dinner in 2016 that Donald Trump was a Russian asset, for those of us who have seen our loved ones, our friends, our family, our fellow citizens seduced by these Kremlin lies and propaganda and hate speech, it is satisfying to actually see the documentation, to know that as much as they are fools, they are suckers. They are suckers. They have been suckered by a clever, vicious, ruthless enemy who takes advantage of the angels of our better nature to sow division among us, who exploits our most sacred rights, the right of free speech, to say the most ungodly things, who takes advantage of our free press to pay for opinion pieces to move the conversation so far right that no American that understands what's in the Constitution could possibly hold these opinions. But when we see them in print, we think, oh, there must be something to that. To see what they have done, how they have perverted the most sacred trust, the rights enshrined in our Constitution, in order to deny them to us by subverting our democracy, is a moment of revelation. And we should all get on board here. We should all start paying attention. We should all start paying attention because they're not done yet. And right now, the Ukrainians are the only ones bleeding to stop them. So it's a good thing that we've come through with what we said we would do. And I'll have an update for that in about 5 minutes here, so hang tight. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get a copy of this so-called classified addendum and read the full text of it. I've only been able to read what the Washington Post has reported so far. But even that is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. This SOB right here, this SOB right here, he got his man in the White House. And who was the first person that he invited in? The Russian ambassador and the Russian Secretary of State, or the equivalent, Lavrov. Now, the alt-right is still shouting, Russia hoax, Russia hoax, Russia hoax. Shut the fuck up and wake up before we lose it all because of your willful ignorance.